Hey guys, ZB Games here, and I just wanted to give you guys a little insight in my latest project. For the past couple of weeks, I've been working on a new gaming PC. I've been picking up components for it over the last couple of months, and it's finally just about finished to the point where I thought I would share it with you guys. Before I go on, I'd like to point out that my intention for this PC build was never like the ultimate gaming rig that can run, every game under the sun on ultra settings and live stream at 4K and solve world hunger. My intention for this build was to be more of a nice secondary gaming machine to my console and a machine that I can edit my YouTube videos on, something that looks nice, and well, I really just needed a computer in general for school and things like that. With all that being said, I know a lot of people will not necessarily agree with some of the component choices that I made, and I may have been able to build something a little bit more powerful for the price. But each component that I put in my computer is something that called out to me, something that I wanted. Everything in this computer is exactly what I wanted, and overall I'm really happy with the performance. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Starting with the CPU, I went with an Intel i5-4460 quad-core processor at 3.2 GHz. Now, I went with this processor because I used to have it in an old computer that I had, and I never had any complaints with the performance. So I thought I'd just get back to that. And the keeping it cool is the stock Intel cooler, which really just keeps it from burning a hole in my motherboard. Speaking of which, the motherboard is a Gigabyte Z97X Gaming 5 motherboard. Again, nothing spectacular. I don't really know too much about motherboards or what you should be looking for in a motherboard, but it had the expansion slots that I wanted, and it matched my CPU, and it matched the theme of my computer, so I went for it. Now the RAM is actually two DIMMs of 4 GB DDR3 HyperX Savage RAM. Again, not too much to write home about. It looks nice, and I couldn't be happier with it. The hard drive is a Western Digital Blue 1 TB hard drive. Again, very standard, nothing to write home about. It gets the job done. Powering the system is a Corsair CX500M. This is a semi-modular power supply, which is why I went for it, as I didn't want to deal with a lot of excess cables, sticking out of my case and stuff, and that actually worked really well because I was barely able to get the backside panel back onto my case with the bare minimum cables that I needed. So, speaking of the case, I went with an NZXT S340. Now, I went with the red and black variant because obviously that was the theme that I was going for, in case you haven't noticed by now. And I didn't want to spend too much on a case, so the S340 was an obvious candidate. It looks nice, it's elegant, simple, it has good features for the price point, USB 3.0, a side panel, just a great overall case, and that's the reason why I went for it. And finally, for the graphics card, I actually went with an Asus GTX 950 Strix. Now, I wasn't looking for anything crazy out of a video card, as my computer is not really meant to be my primary gaming computer, like I said, but I had heard great things about the 950 at the 1080p resolution, which is what I really planned at playing at. So for the price, I couldn't be happier. I was tempted to move up to the Strix 960 with its 4 GB of VRAM. That was enticing me a little bit, but the 950 ended up fitting into my budget a little bit better, so I went with that. Overall, I couldn't be happier with my new machine. It looks nice, it performs well, and at the end of the day, it just gets the job done. Now, I know a lot of people might not agree with a lot of the components that I put in my computer. Maybe they think that I overspent or that I could have gotten something better. But as I said before, it does exactly what I wanted it to do. It looks nice, and really, I can't really be any happier with it. Well, that's about it for this one, guys. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. I hope to be putting out more content now that I have this computer up and running. It's been in the works for a while, and suggestions for future content is definitely more than welcome. Alright, as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.